This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Valtima Fungicide, the proven #1 for the toughest corn diseases. With long-lasting residual, when you need to be confident your fungicide will perform. I'm Allison Kinney. Now let's take a look at what's making agricultural news. The USDA and the National Association of State Departments of Agriculture have launched the American Farm Legacy 250 program, a national effort recognizing multi-generational farm families that have helped shape American agriculture. The program will honor farms and ranches that have remained in continuous family operation for 250 years, while also building on existing State Century Farm and Heritage Farm programs to celebrate agricultural stewardship across generations. USDA will oversee the national program, while the National Association of State Departments of Agriculture will work with state agricultural departments to identify qualifying farms and coordinate recognition efforts. The first farms meeting the 250-year milestone were recognized this week as part of the nation's celebration leading up to America's 250th anniversary. Also in the headlines today, President Donald Trump has temporarily suspended countervailing duties of up to 16.8% on phosphate fertilizer from Morocco, bringing praise from the corn and soybean farmers who have pressed the federal government since 2021 to drop the duties. Trump on Monday declared the state of domestic phosphate fertilizer production as emergency under the Tariff Act of 1930 to suspend countervailing duties on Moroccan phosphate for at least 8 months. Trump's proclamation or executive order stated the administration need to move now so farmers can buy more affordable fertilizer during the fall of the 2027 planting season. Countervailing duties were first put in place in 2021 following the petition of the Commerce Department from Mosaic Company, which argued Moroccan and Russian phosphate fertilizers were being unfairly subsidized by their governments. Commodity groups have been locked in a battle of appeals ever since, trying to get the government to overturn the duties on the Moroccan phosphate. Farmers saw all major fertilizers jump in price at the end of February when U.S. hostilities with Iran began. Prices for MAP and DAP on the two phosphate fertilizers rose about 7% from February through May. The Block Strait of Hormuz also stalled sulfur exports and caused sulfur prices to spike, which led Mosaic to idle phosphate production at some facilities as well. Now look at your weather forecast brought to you by Seed Genetics Direct, the #1 fastest growing and largest Ohio-based independent seed company.
Sunny, hot, humid through the rest of this afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update for you. Basically no changes. Very warm, very muggy, oppressive. Doesn't feel nice out there at all. Same story for tomorrow. Same story for Thursday. I think you got to bump ahead to Friday before we see any kind of change or relief. Scattered showers coming down in. Now let's be clear. Temperatures don't fall off that much to finish the week on Friday, but we've got rain around Friday afternoon, Saturday, and Sunday through the holiday weekend. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay tuned for a look at the markets after this.
Ohio farmers, we know summer means long days in the field and plenty of work still to do. And the Ohio AgNet wants to bring lunch to your farm. The Feeding Farmers contest is back this summer and we'll be choosing farms across Ohio for a visit from the Ohio AgNet along with free lunch for your farm, family, and crew. Get entered today at ohioagnet.com/feedingfarmers. Feeding Farmers is brought to you by Ag Revolution, Paradise Energy Solutions, Tempty, and the Ohio AgNet.
Are you looking for the latest in Ohio agriculture? Well, you can get it all in one place, the Ohio AgNet podcast. Join us as we sit down with farmers, experts, and ag leaders from across the Buckeye State. From the latest news to interviews that matter, we're here to keep you informed and connected. Whether you're in the tractor, the truck, or the shop, we bring the conversation to you. Search Ohio AgNet podcast on your favorite app or find it on Facebook or YouTube. Don't miss a minute of the Ohio AgNet podcast. Subscribe today.
Today's market analysis is brought to you by Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Learn more about marketing your soybeans to LDC at 574-566-2113. Grain markets are mixed to start Tuesday. Corn is steady after a sharp sell-off yesterday tied to heavy July contract liquidation and favorable weather. Though heat this week will give way to better conditions longer term. Soybeans are slightly weaker, led by soybean soybean oil with crops in good shape overall despite some recent weather stress in key states. Wheat is mostly higher in Minneapolis, leading grains even as crop conditions improve. Traders are focused on today's USDA acreage and stocks reports, which could set the tone for markets moving forward. Now let's take a look at the markets. July corn currently up 1.5 at 403.5. September corn up 1/4 cent at 410.5. July soybeans down 1.5 at 1107.25. August soybeans down 4.5 at 1114.75. July wheat's up 0.5 cent at 5.70. September wheat down 1/4 cent at 5.79.5. Now looking to livestock, June live cattle are up 65 cents at 258.05. August live cattle down 70 cents at 242.87. July lean hogs are up 55 cents at 94.37. August lean hogs up 130 at 98.57. September feeder cattle down 210 at 363.65. And October feeder cattle are down 210 as well at 360.82. Thanks for joining us. I'm Allison Kinney, and you're listening to the Ohio AgNet.